Hello, and welcome to the Wastelands, where everyone's a little mad, and every adventure starts with gathering a party, which is exactly what we have been doing the last time we were playing. I have been going around town, finishing up like a bunch of side quests. Oh no, Deeds, you are very much mad. Just as mad as I am. But anyway, we just left off. I finished helping Fenris, and I was doing a bunch of like little side quests and such around the house. No one wants to talk, he'll keep looking. That's in the chantry. Just a rumor. Can't verify, so all of that is done. That's outside. That's the end mission. Okay. Okay. Hightown Mansion. Go to the Bone Pit. Ruin the city. Okay. Report back to Arantil during the day. Okay. I have one of those. Sundermount and the Wounded Coast, so I can do that later as well. Those are the DLC missions. And the Conspirators. I also need to find one more of those. So... there doesn't seem to be anything here. So I guess it's time to leave the area and see where else I need to go during the night. Nowhere during the night, at least. But now I also need to confront the person that I might have screwed up the mission for, so that's gonna be something.
Karen, was it? No. There are many Templars in Kirkwall, woman.
Woman.
Please,
Rude.
can you help me? My brother.
What's wrong?
What happened to your brother?
Karen was always so devout, so idealistic.
Who is this
He was
woman
so
listening into our
proud when the
conversation?
Templars accepted him. I pleaded with him not to join the Order, but he wouldn't listen. You hear dark rumors about the Templars.
Like seriously,
And
who is
my
that woman?
God
Why are you
defended
listening into our conversation?
And now my brother is gone.
Tell me about Meredith.
What do people say about Knight Commander Meredith?
Oh, she has many admirers. They laud the service she does in keeping the mages in check. But others say she is terribly fierce
Woman!
and utterly without pity. That she sees demons everywhere. It is dangerous even to whisper such things.
What rumors?
What have you heard about the Templars?
People harboring escaped mages just disappear. Templars interrogate and threaten passers-by. My friend has a cousin who's a mage, and she says he was made tranquil against his will. You hear more with every passing day.
So, what are you saying?
So you think the Templars, what, killed and ate your brother?
Maker forbid. I don't know what happened. He just stopped writing me. I tried to see him, but Knight Commander Meredith threw me out. They won't tell me anything.
How can I help?
Your brother may indeed be in trouble. What can I do for you?
Perchance, in your journeys, if you find yourself in the gallows, ask the other recruits, Wilmerd and Hugh, about my brother. They were Karen's closest friends in the Order. If anyone knows where he is, it's them. May God bless you and watch after you in this endeavor.
At least Carver didn't seem to dislike that. So that's something. Anyway. What mission is that? Oh, yeah, enemies among us. Now, let's first go and deal with... How planted? Oh, wait, that might be a new mission. Let's see what Help Wanted is about. How do I get there? It's going to be likely that today is still going to be more running to and fro, because I still have a lot of side missions to do before I even go down to the deep roads. Citizen Reward Offer. Citizens of Kirkwall, my dear wife Ninette has gone missing. I shall reward... There's a lot of missing people cases in this place. I shall reward a person who returns her safely. Questions about the bounty of Ninette? Come speak to me at the High Town Market. Gilzen de Karak. Now, what kind of mission is that? No. The first sacrifice. Yeah, that is a secondary mission.
I need to find my wife. Will no one help me? See you there.
What do you mean you can't help me?
This is a domestic matter, Sirrah. If your wife has chosen to leave you, there's nothing we can do.
Ninette is my wife. She's legally bound to me. Bring her back.
We're done here.
Useless. Why are we still paying those sluggards?
Pay me instead.
You should pay someone else. Like me. I like being paid.
If you can find Ninette, I will gladly pay you. That foolish woman has caused me nothing but embarrassment. She needs to be dragged home.
The guards disagree.
They are more disagreeable than my wife. Maybe your friend is more sensible. Her family is getting suspicious. They think I might have done something to her. Even if... Well, I just want to make sure they know I didn't do it.
Her family is suspicious?
Why would her family think you did something to her?
They think I married her for her inheritance, and they know we have been fighting. They believe this is reason enough for me to hurt her, but I swear, on Andraste's pyre, I have done nothing.
Okay. Is Ninette in danger?
Do you think Ninette might be in trouble?
It's her own doing, gallivanting about with men half her age. Pah! She's just trying to show me I am tied to her purse strings.
Don't you want her back?
You're more concerned what her family thinks than what happened to her.
Ninette keeps the company of other men, huh? And makes no secret of it. I'll be better off with her gone. Well, as long as her family knows I had nothing to do with it. They would ruin me otherwise.
And you wonder why she's gone.
I can't imagine why she'd leave you. You're such a prize.
It wasn't always like this. We were in love. She defied her parents to marry me. Sometimes, I wonder if I dreamed those years.
When did you last see Ninette?
How long has your wife been gone?
About a month. I wasn't worried at first. She's run off before. Ninette is uncontrollable, you see. She comes and goes as she pleases.
So, this is normally a mission where I'd be like, you're vile, I won't help you. Because he is literally vile, and I won't help him. But the mission is called the First Sacrifice. Something doesn't sit right with me.
I'll try my best to find Ninette and bring her home.
You should talk to Jethan at the Blooming Rose. I didn't know she visited whores. Until Jethan sent a letter to our house. He even sent her flowers, Mons. Lilies. Her favorite. No! Talking about it makes my head hurt. Good luck to you, Sarah.
Welcome, merchant.
Yeah, well, Varric likes it, so I guess that's a good choice, regardless.
Well, good luck to you then.
Anyway. I have a lot to do. Loose ends, the Blooming Rose, the First Sacrifice. It's a good thing all of these seems to be taking place on the same map. And yeah, she really does seem to be like your cat. But then again, you like your cat. He doesn't seem to like his wife.
Well, are you here to socialize or did you bring my goods?
The goods were stolen.
I rescued your boy and killed the coterie. But your property was long gone.
Coterie. I should have figured. They've got a lock on all trade with the dwarves. If I'd had someone decent on the job, they'd have dug into it first, not walked in blindly. Well, no cargo, no coin. If you're ever looking for more work, I keep my books right here. Feel free to sign yourself up.
I think I did the right thing.
Good job, Hawk.
Yeah, I did the right thing. No thinking. At this point, I managed to keep a kid out of trouble. Prevented him of leading the same fate I did. I think that's a good job. Door.
Madam says no. I'm not crossing that old back for anything.
Nothing in here. Jeton.
Today's my rest day, but I'll make an exception for you. What can I say? Why work if you're not working hard?
I can see why Ninette liked you. You're feisty.
A refreshing change from the pale slug I married. I hear she finally left her worthless husband. Good for her. I just wish she'd said goodbye.
Investigate. You think she left Ghislaine?
Did she tell you she left her husband?
No, I just hope that's what she did. Ghislaine only wants her for her family's wealth. Ninette's a jewel. Elegant, worldly, just the perfect level of depraved. Ghislaine doesn't deserve her.
Ghislaine, so that's how you pronounce that name in English. Could Ninette be in trouble?
Do you think Ninette has come to harm?
I hope not. Everyone loves Ninette. Sometimes twice a night. Ghislaine's the only one who might hurt her, and he doesn't have the balls for it.
Oh my god, did you see that hand movement? He doesn't have the balls for it. Also, you're not entirely wrong. Like, he's supposed to be an elf, but he's a really weird looking elf. Maybe he's Gollum, mid-transformation from Schmeagol? Has Ghislaine spoken to you?
Ghislaine knew about you and Ninette. Did he talk to you?
The man is incapable of talking. He came here, yelled at me, called me a dirty knife-eater, among other things, and accused me of corrupting his wife. We had him thrown out.
Oh, you seem fond of
Were you
Nanette.
hoping Nanette would leave Ghislaine for you?
Of course not. I know my place. I offer a service, that's all. Anyway, there was someone else looking for Nanette. A Templar. I believe his name was Emmerich. He wouldn't sleep with me either. I can't see why a Templar would be interested in anyone who isn't a mage.
You sure she's in the mage?
Any chance Nanette's an apostate?
Well, she certainly cast a spell on me. Anyway, if Nanette was a mage, I think Emmerich would have said so.
Was Emmerich Nanette's lover?
Someone else Nanette spent special alone time with, perhaps?
She always liked men in uniform. You could ask him yourself. Emmerich said he'd continue his investigation in Darktown. You could see if he's still there. And if you find Nanette, tell her to drop by and see me sometime.
Oh my god, this guy has the worst hand motions ever. Also, why does this guy have a mission?
Back again? Sure you're not interested in my many, many services?
I'm sure.
I was just passing through.
Have it your way.
Wait, what? Maybe. Also, why does this guy is like a mission, but it's just his name? Is that just because he offers a service? Oh. Oh my god. Oh, you know, in the best possible way, you're the worst sometimes. Oh, as does Jeton.
Don't like Darktown? Die and make room.
Excuse me? Careful or I'm gonna freeze you. Danzig, Slayer. Oh, wait, it's the wrong way. Meeting place? What mission is this? Oh, it is here. Okay. Hi, Luna. Are you here to annoy me again? Well, apparently I got a little straggler with me. Oh.
We don't want no...
No, Luna. You know you can be here. No. And there she goes again.
I thank you, Syrah, for coming along when you did. I am Emmerich.
You're older than I thought you'd be. Nanette seems to go for the young, pointy-eared sorts.
What?
Ghislaine de Carac's wife, Nanette. You were asking about her.
Ah, Ghislaine de Carac's wife. Her disappearance interested me. I tried looking into it. However, the investigation has been a waste of time.
Oh, don't be
That
pessimistic.
sort of attitude will never pay off.
Ha! I was eager at first, but failure has leached all enthusiasm from me. This all started when Maren, one of our circle mages, disappeared. I found it odd. She was a bit older and hardly adventurous. Then I heard about Ninette and 2 other missing women.
I had a friend who disappeared once. Turns out he was under my bed, drunk. What?
I think the disappearances are connected, and I suspect foul play is involved.
Foul play? Can't you track Maren down?
Doesn't the Circle use phylacteries to keep track of its mages?
We followed her phylactery to a foundry, but found nothing. I had heard of sympathizers smuggling mages through Darktown, so came here hoping to pick up the trail. But no trace of Maren. And you should see him asking the
Oh
locals
my god, I
hasn't made
just
me
read your
very
message
popular.
tweets. Oh my god, that's a doozy. Oh. Have you gone to the guard?
Have you mentioned any of this to the city guard?
They say there's no proof the disappearances are connected. They think the women just left home, that it happens all the time.
Could they be dead?
People don't just disappear. Perhaps they were murdered or kidnapped.
We found no bodies, no ransom notes. Those women just vanished.
Maybe Maren escaped?
Mages routinely flee the Circle. Perhaps Maren just wanted freedom.
She had always been loyal. She received lilies from an unknown suitor, and some of us thought she may have gone to meet him. Perhaps her disappearance is linked.
Those lilies stand out. Somebody else had also sent lilies.
Can I assist your investigation?
It's no longer my investigation, Syrah. You may take over if you wish. This battle showed that I'm no longer the warrior I used to be. I know when to walk away. Here, take my findings. Perhaps you can make more use of them. I'm going back to the gallows. I'm too old for this.
Foundry in Lota.
Emmerich's notes. Emmerich's notes are a messy collection of half-baked thoughts written on scraps of paper. Only one seems to stand out. There's something about the Lowtown foundry where Maren's trail ended. I've got a strange feeling about it. Okay. Ooh, great. What a great idea. Oh, I've got a couple of things to sell. Anything else here? Pile of bones? Okay. Well, that's a good find. Could always use more potions. And the less that I have to pay for, the better. Ooh, more bones. There has been a... Oh. I thought the triangle that was showing where the bones were... I thought that triangle was a knife, so I was going to be like, this girl, there was a murder. Well, he was probably murdered, but I don't have immediate evidence of murder. You know, like a sword sticking out of the chest. Is there anything here? Doesn't immediately seem like it. That's Anders. Well, one thing we have already is... Boy, I guess. Hey, Deeds, you're
Don't like Darktown? Die and make room.
Hey, Deeds, you're pulling a bun. Oh my god, Deeds. You know, I think that must really blow. Roadhog, night, gallows. Might as well do the day one first.
Ooh, I can smell your bones from here.
Sweet calcium. Anyway.
Do you know a recruit named Karen? His sister is looking for him.
We cannot speak to you, Messer.
Probably for the best, sister.
To the void with that. Karen and the others are missing.
But our orders...
The Knights aren't doing anything to find them. Maybe it's time to ask for outside help.
There are others missing?
I wasn't even certain Karen was missing. Who else is gone?
The first one's disappeared weeks ago. There's been at least half a dozen. Wilmot and Karen were the most recent.
Why do you have to keep quiet?
Why must you keep silent about Karen?
You obviously aren't a Templar, Messer.
And your point is?
A Knight Lieutenant gives you an order, and you obey, without question. They told us not to breathe a word about Karen and the others.
They must have their reasons.
And that'll be a great comfort if you go missing next.
Oh, you've come this far.
You're already defying orders to talk to me. Might as well share the good stuff.
I hear that Knight Commander Meredith has some new initiation you have to go through. If you're not strong enough or fervent enough in belief, you don't make it out alive.
Sounds brutal. And effective.
And you honestly believe that?
Recruits keep going missing.
Wilmot came back.
What?
He did. I saw him this morning.
Tell me about
What else do you know about the initiation?
You hear about some... questionable things that the Order must do these days. The Knight Commander only wants Templars that can do... what must be done.
Andraste alive. She's killing recruits that might question her orders, isn't she?
That's rubbish. She wouldn't do that.
Can I talk to Wilmot?
If Wilmot came back, he might know more about the other missing recruits.
I bet he would.
Wilmot told me he was going outside Kirkwall. Clear his head, he said.
Why didn't you tell us this?
Knight Captain Cullen ordered it, right before he chased after Wilmot.
Cullen?
That wasn't too long ago. If you hurry, you may catch them on the road.
Oh, right, I forgot Cullen is in this game. That's going to be interesting. Oh, that's also outside of Kirkwall. Well, alright then. Tally-ho. And so forth. Let's go deal with the sacrifice first, because apparently we're dealing with some ritualistic killings.
Never a shortage of idiots who think they can take the streets in the dark, but good reward in getting rid of them.
Oh? Is there going to be fighting? Oh, there is. Well, good thing I got those potions. They're already coming in handy. Directions to the sharp base. What? We've got a new base, and you lot best keep the law away. Directions to the Lowtown sneak below. But don't come unless you've got good news, or you'll get an answer square between the eyes. Ignacio Strand. Okay. Okay. I also have Havo and Dark Foundry. Well, let's go to the Dark Foundry first. I don't like the idea of the sacrifices going on. No way that's gonna be good in any way, shape or form. And I also gotta find the last nobleman, which isn't exactly being marked on the map. Well, that can be good. Gotta be wary of traps. No. Why is he so far away? Ah, this idiot.
Why does everything we do have to involve magic?
Look, Carver, I know you don't like magic. But please, stop bitching. You're not helping. Anyway, just take your injury kit and be quiet. Yes, Teets? Well, Teets, the answer is simple. Magic is fun. And the reason he's bitching is that he's jealous he doesn't have magic.
Someone's left a surprise here for us. Easy as pie. You know, I might be able to give you a hand with that. Easy.
Oh, that's not bad. Oh, also level up. Yay. Okay, now what would be a good follow-up? That's actually a good upgrade. also need to remember to go back home. Because of my level ups, there is more items I can actually equip. More parts of the Mason set. Oh, really? Ooh, that's nice damage on lightning strike. On chain lightning. Sack of bones. Oh, and that's ring. That's
a
not
lot
good.
of bones.
A severed hand, a ring, and a pile of bones. Emmerich will want to see this. And I should bring the ring to Ghislaine. It might belong to Nanette.
A crate. A robe. Oh. You know, now I can actually say it. There has been a murder. Because there has actually been a murder. What is the shortest way out of here? Probably going to there. Except it's not. Except I don't need to get out of here yet.
Hey, you got any dust? Dwarf dust?
Well, time to enter the hovel and clear it out. Excuse me, that is my friend. I doubt it, but I'll check. Nope, because it's not a crossbow. Ooh, more level ups. I guess I'll give him more constitution. Confirm. Okay, that is a good one.
Let's do.
If I open that door, am I gonna have to do more fights? Yep. No, none of these were very sharp. Tag team! Okay, so I kind of finished that mission, but I don't know what I actually got out of that. Might need to check the finished missions, just to see what the reward was.
In fact, get rid of any other groups like that, and I'll be at the Hanged Man with some toys as reward. Courtesy of some interested friends.
Oh, well.
I never meet anyone normal.
You can say that again, but that was interesting. And that was it for now. At least in this section of town. Okay, no missions here. There is one here. Well, that is here, but isn't there something in Hightown as well?
My shipment's late.
Well, good luck to you then.
Here's the dude.
I couldn't bring back your wife, but here's a ring. It looks pricey.
Oh. Ninette's wedding ring. Yes. Look at the engraving. Forever faithful, forever yours. Oh. Written in happier times. Where did you find it?
Jatine was wearing it. It doesn't matter.
Just know that she will not return.
It's better this way. Our marriage has been in
Oh my god, what mood are you in, my friend?
With luck, it will appease them. Thank you for all your help, Sarah. Make her watch over.
Hey, Franz.
I could have told him that it was on a severed hand, but I don't think that would do him any good. I gotta say, you're very vocally energetic today, aren't you? Also, what the fuck is that wardrobe?
Recognize your mage? This was left in the foundry you mentioned in your notes. I was also attacked by shades.
These are human bones. Then there is no chance of finding Meren alive, or any of the others.
Yes, they are probably dead.
If they're not dead, watch out for a bunch of boneless women flopping through the streets.
Show some respect.
My people have been slow to react, but this needs official support.
I will bring this to the city guard immediately. It should be enough to convince them the disappearances are worth investigating.
Oh, great, and I'm locked out of that investigation. I've done all the legwork. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I like that snarky attitude. I'm quite fond of that in her. I'm not gonna lie, Teets. I don't think he has the backbone for that. Oh. Okay. Wow, I have a lot to do here. Jesus. The way it should. So I am going to do this first, so that I can switch out the tank with someone else.
There might be some stragglers before the main group. Nothing we can't handle.
What, you suddenly have a nose for these types of things? If you do this up, dudes, you're gonna get an earful. Man, you really are tongue-in-cheek today, aren't you? Also, I forgot to get my equipment, so I'm going to have to do that as well in a minute. Or at least after this mission, before I do anything else. By the way, I actually haven't been paying attention. Is the text still popping up on screen? Oh yes, now that is the chain lightning I love. Okay, thanks. Wanna make sure that an arrow didn't pop up or anything. Don't die. I already have enough. Okay, yeah, I've set it up for 30 seconds. Well, to be fair, it is difficult to keep.
Everyone stay still and try not to make any loud noises.
Ow. It is pretty difficult to... How am I supposed to see these? Anyway, it is difficult to count seconds accurately without some sort of measuring device. Elfroot. Elfroot was first used by the elves of Arleton, hence the name. The root gave their medicines particular efficacy. So when the Imperium conquered the elves, the Magisters adopted its use, and its popular spread to all corners of the Empire. Elfroot is a hardy plant, with large green leaves that grow wild in many places. It's so common that it tends to show up in most gardens and fields, almost like weed. Unlike a weed, however, most people appreciate having access to the wonderful little plant. The roots can be used with very little preparation. Rubbing some of the juice on a wound, for example, will speed up healing and numb pain. And chewing on a slice of root treats minor ailments like indigestion, flatulence, and hoarse throats. There are several varieties, but the most useful for herbalists are the bitter, gossamer, and the royal elf roots. Actually, let me just double check that I haven't forgotten an entry. Abomination. There were entries. We arrived in the dead of night. We had been tracking the Maleficar for days and finally had him cornered. Or so we thought. As we approached, a home on the edge of the town exploded, sending splinters of wood and fist-sized chunks of rocks into our ranks. Wow. We had but moments to regroup before fire rained from the sky, the sound of destruction wrapped in a hideous laughter from the center of the village. There, perched atop the spire of the village chantry, stood the mage. But he was human no longer. We shouted prayers to the Maker and deflected what magic we could, but as we fought, the creature fought harder. I saw my comrades fall, burned by the flaming sky and crushed by debris. The monstrous creatures, looking as if a demon, were wearing a man like a twisted suit of skin, spotted me and grinned. We had forced it to this, I realized. The mage had made his pact, given himself over to the demon, to survive our assault. In all my studies, I must say that the most intriguing was my interview with the Desire Demon. That the creature was willing to speak with me was a sign that this was no mere monster, mindlessly driven by its nature, but rather a rational being, as intelligent, as interested in me as I was in it. It took the form that I would call female, though I had no doubt that it could appear otherwise. I wondered if it had appeared as it did because I wanted it to, or because I expected it to. She, and indeed I could only think of her as such now, smiled warmly at me and laughed a musical sound that seemed to thrill my old heart. So frightened was I of this creature's legendary abilities to twist the hearts of men, and so relieved was I when I looked across the table into her dark eyes. This was a fearsome creature of the Fate, but as I spoke with her, I slowly came to realize that this demon was merely as misunderstood as we mages are ourselves. Of all the threats from beyond the... Oh wait, this is other text. Of all the threats from beyond the veil, few are more insidious and deceptively deadly than the desire demon. In folklore, such demons are characterized by peddlers of lust, luring their prey into a sexual encounter only to be slain at the culmination. While a desire demon can indeed deal in pleasure, in truth they deal with any manner of desire that human can possess. Wealth, power, and beauty, to name a few. Far more intelligent than the bestial hunger and rage demons, and more ambitious than the demons of sloth, these dark spirits are among the most skilled at tempting mages into possession. Many who serve the whims of a desire demon never realize it. They are manipulated by illusion and deceit, if not outright mind control. Although these demons are reluctant to resort to such crude measures, instead they seem to take great pleasure in corruption. The greater the deceit, the greater their victory. Only demons of pride prove more fearsome opponents when roused. Their abilities to affect the mind allow them to assume disguises and even alter the environment to their purpose, not to mention the great strength and speed they possess, if they should have to resort to more physical means. Most often a desire demon will attempt to bargain its way to freedom, if overpowered. Many stories exist that depict mages defeating desire demons to the point where a wish can be wrested from them. It should be noted that one such story is the demon almost always gets the upper hand, even when the mage thinks his wish has been granted. Making sure there's no other entries. Okay. I have finally come around reading whatever I had to read for the moment. 5 minutes later. I wouldn't be surprised though. This game loves to make people read. Why does she have... Oh, because of that. I see. Okay, let's start by looting. I'd rather have a horse throat teats than a throat horse, because those sound rather unpleasant.
We're close to the ambush, Hawk. Be ready.
Well, there's the ambush.
There's our targets. On the Kirk Wall guard. Let's finish this.
Oh, let's heal him again. Let's save him.
Restore! Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
Alright, drive safe, Shady.
Watch where you stand.
Ow. Could have said that a moment earlier, my friend. Anyway. I do need to be there, so let's give that in first. I also have more chance at lockpicking, so I might want to try and get that chest again.
Want me to take a look at that? We're good to go.
Ooh. Got that now. Who is this again?
Rumor has it that considerable coin may or may not be set to change hands in Lowtown. I would caution that stability is the policymaker's best friend.
No, that doesn't count as rumor. Anyway, let's go get my reward, I guess.
Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be. There's Jevon's office. Wait while I explain our initiative.
I don't know how they do it where you're from, guardswoman, but I decide the patrols, not you and your whims. You may have been put up for lieutenant in your first year, but I'll have no show-offs in my command. Have I made myself clear? Report to your post before I have you and your Ferelden accomplice jailed.
Well, what a charming fellow.
I don't have to like him, but he could at least listen. Bandits are dead. That's all that should matter. It's not the first time he's made me wonder like this. Something is very wrong.
Well, whose patrol was it?
So let's find out whose toes you actually stepped on.
Then we should check the duty roster and see who was supposed to take that route. What have I stepped in this time? Threaten my friends. Not letting that one go, Captain.
Aveline! I owe you for clearing that ambush the other night. Saved me a mess of trouble.
Brennan, that route was yours?
It was. Single patrol. I'd have been dead for sure.
You would have been alone.
A lone guard isn't much of a patrol.
Shouldn't need to be. That route was clear for weeks. First noise out of it was your big fight. The captain reassigned me after he heard what you did, and I passed the satchel to Donick for his patrol tonight.
The satchel?
Pay and order assignments. Captain has us run deliveries to the outposts during light duty. It's usually just an updated copy of the roster. Satchel for that night was heavy, though. Anyway, thanks again, Aveline. You're a good one.
So the satchel gets heavy the same day we discover an ambush?
This may get you more trouble.
You're sure you want to pursue this? This is your superior we're talking about.
If a guard has been put at risk, a good captain would want to know why. And if he's not a good captain, I want to know why.
Your fellows are being set up.
I bet there's a perfectly reasonable lie that explains why your captain arranged this.
I'd be willing to hear it, but not while a guard may be walking into a trap. Brennan said Donick. A good man. Donick. I've got his route. A night walk in Lowtown. Let's go make sure his quiet patrol stays that way.
The guard who'll throw you out if you kick that wall one more time.
I love doing.
I also need to look around everywhere because somewhere there's a other nobleman that I need to find that is wanted. Ooh, Story of the Blight, Volume 1. Study of the Fifth Blight, Volume 1. While some of my contemporary disputes whether the Fifth Blight was a true blight or merely a large darkspawn resurgence, historians agree that it began in the swamps of the Kokari Wilds on the southeastern border of Ferelden in the year 930 Dragon. King Kaelin Terran was swift in responding to the threat, gathering the royal army, every Grey Warden in his country, and sending a call for aid to the Ferelden nobility. The assembled armies laid a trap in the ruins of Ostagar, hoping to crush the force before it reached civilization. But they failed. Darkspawn overran the defenders of Ostagar and decimated the king and his armies. They continued their advance into Ferelden, unopposed. Only two Grey Wardens managed to escape the slaughter, and somehow they came into possession of ancient treaties, which compelled the races of men to join arms against the massing hordes. The surviving wardens made their way to Kinnackhold, home of the Ferelden Circle, and conscripted the mages. In desperation to find more allies, the wardens journeyed into the Brazilian forest, seeking the Dalish. The elves, too, joined the growing army. Into the deep roads the surviving wardens went, searching for Paragon Branca in hopes she could settle the unrest in Ozamar and unite the dwarves in the battle against the archdemon. Branca could not be located, but another paragon was found, the legendary Clarendon, who forged the crown that ended all questions of succession. Balin A. Dukin was crowned king of Ozamar, and the dwarven armies marched for the surface. Despite their successes, though, greater challenges were yet to come. From a study of the Fifth Blight by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. I feel like if I'm gonna actually start exploring the entire map instead of just doing missions,
I can't do that.
I might end up finding a lot more to read. Not that I would terribly mind, but because I've already been reading a lot, and at this point, I would let the people down if I quit reading. So reading I shall. I mean, I don't want to let Vic down and stop giving him more work. God knows a bored Vic is a dangerous Vic. Nothing here.
I don't think I can do that.
I don't doubt you can get in.
That's not really my thing.
I figured. It was worth a shot. Anyway, let's have a look around further. Make sure I've got everything.
The Viscount must be terribly busy. I've been waiting most of the day.
Well, let's first go to Gamlen's house, so that I can actually get my equipment. Ring of Unheeded Wisdom. Wonder where I picked that up. Malcolm's bequest is level 15. Level 7, 13. Level 6, level 17. It's level 13. It's level 17. So, which one is Malcolm's set? The long track, the fugitive's mental bequest. Wisdom's Eye is from another one. Robes of the Pretender is from another one. That's from another one as well. That's Aldenon's. I think this is probably better. That's 13, that's 11. Quick flight, the long track, level 7. So, let's have a look armor-wise. 38 armor, 30. It's less armor, but it's a lot more mage stuff. So that's pretty good. That's also a lot better. It's probably the fugitive set that I need. Elusive. The Helm of Martirel. No. I don't know which one this is. The long track, the fugitive's mantle. Must be this. $34, $33. 205, 137. This is a better helmet, at least for now. But I am going to keep it. Oof. I almost thought I sold Sir Wesley's shield. It's in my storage. Anyway, I am going to keep the fugitive those boots because they're not worth selling. No ladders.
I'm with you, sister. For now.
Talk to the Viscount about our estate.
So for the moment, I do need these three in the party. So let's go to Lowtown and protect this guy. Because he's being set up for failure. Or death. Or whatever.
No offense to your uncle, but this house smells like really old cabbage.
None taken. The dude probably smells like that as well.
We can't waste time, Hawk. Guardsman Donnick is here somewhere. We must be getting close to the ambush. I'm not losing.
So, we won.
Well, that was easily resolved.
Who? Aveline? You're a beautiful sight.
Guardsman?
I mean, I was on patrol and they came out of nowhere. I took a few down, but there were too many at once. The captain said this route was
Hey,
supposed
what
to be
can I
quiet.
say? Chain lightning.
The seal of the Viscount. Office details, city accounts.
Valuable to a guild of thieves. A sacrificial delivery with one of our own. Captain Jevon will answer.
Politician
Selling
scheme.
out his own? Forget guard, Captain. This man needs to be in government.
Not now, Hawk. Jevon needs to see how justice works. This goes to the office of the Viscount. This will be known. The captain likes his thieves so much. Let's see if they welcome him in prison.
I'll make it back to the barracks. Thank you for your help.
I have upgraded Chain Lightning. It is strong right now. I love that spell. What do you call it, Teets? Also, that reminds me, I do need to... Of course you sent me a gif of a horse. What did I expect?
I have 14 different reports to rewrite by the end.
Chang Lightning! Wouldn't it? Yeah, no, I noticed that you sent me a DM, I just now checked. But, no, you could,
The Viscount.
Wouldn't it then technically be called Chain Lightning? Lightning? Or however you would pronounce that. Right-tuning?
How dare you! I am Guard's captain! I won't be treated like this! Ferelden, bitch, this was none of your affair! I'll see you hanged! Quartered! This will not stand!
We found a number of debts to suspect peoples. Such poor character. But you, Aveline Valen, have proven your loyalty and ability.
The Guard deserves better than him, Messire.
Indeed. The Viscount would have you put your care for the men into direct practice. You will assume the captain's job.
What?
In due time, of course. There will be training, approvals, months at least. But who better to rebuild respect than the woman who exposed this embarrassment? Resolve any outstanding business, guardswoman. You will be very busy.
If the deep roads is what you want, you have the coin to do it. Not much room in the barracks, but there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Well, that issue is resolved, Evelyn.
If the deep roads is what you want, you have the coin to do it. Varric, no.
Well, you're the captain, or you will be. It'll be easy.
I'm not petitioning the Viscount to help you steal ownership of the Hanged Man.
Steal? Madam, you wound me.
I'm about to. Big changes are coming, huh? Captain of the Guard. Thank you, Wesley.
Who? Yeah, Wesley, what about me?
Not sure I like being behind the dead in order of influence.
Of course I have you to thank. It's just... I've made a mess of things, time to time. But that failure... He's not with me. I know that. Wesley's at the Maker's side, or he's not. Either way, he knows no pain. What I keep is that moment. I won't let anyone down like that again.
You doubt he's with the Makers?
Wesley's at the Maker's side, or he's not. What do you mean by that?
Wesley believed, and if he was correct, then that's where he is. But this business of the less the Maker does, the more he's proven, I don't find it compelling.
But you married a Templar.
I married a man. A good one. And he's gone. I have heard the chant. It is lovely. Perhaps that's all it needs to be.
But this isn't about him.
You clearly miss Wesley. But that's not the issue.
Of course I miss him, but he's not coming back. Pining like a child serves no one. So I remember him, but I let him rest.
You're not so kind to yourself, though.
No.
Just a no.
I don't see how you can take the blame for the Darkspawn Horde.
I put him to the sword myself, Hawk.
Well, there is that.
I know in my head that it was right. So did Wesley. But in my heart, that cut was cruel.
So, the captain's in my
I
pocket.
could get used to having the law on my side.
You'll behave yourself, is what you'll do. I just sent Jevon to prison over corruption. I won't go the same road.
You never let me have any fun.
I think that's best for everyone.
Good work. I'm proud of you.
I look forward to working with you. Guard Captain Aveline.
Still strange, isn't it? Captain of the Guard. Thank you for helping me get here, Hawk. That's where I should be.
Oh my god, Teets. Oh, did you have an extra cup of chai today? Oh, you are active, my friend. Has anything good happened? Is there any reason for celebration?
Most of the day.
Wait, let me first do this. Well, that is a good start at least. It is something, even if it's not much. And also, your jaw's also finally healing and it's less restraining, so that's another reason to celebrate. But you are more active than usual. And there goes my quiet days. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. You've been working a long time now.
How was I to know she was a lady of ill repute?
I mean, you gotta end it somewhere, Teets. Don't overdo it. Know yourself.
How was I to know she was a lady of ill repute?
Well, hard mode, only mode is one thing. Going into overburn is another. Okay, nothing here.
The first of the Maker's children watched across the veil and grew jealous of the life they could not feel, could not.
Let's go take a look at Fenris's mansion. Adventures of the Black Fox. More reading. Adventures of the Black Fox. Born Lord Rami Veskel in 863 Blessed, the Black Fox was a dashing thief and rogue who went on to inspire so many tales of his exploits that it is nearly impossible to determine today which are true and which are merely fabricated legends. Despite coming from nobility, he has become something of a hero of the common people. His initial exploits involved ridiculing the tyrannical and powerful Lord of Valchevin. Wearing a mask, he would appear in public and disrupt the Lord's plans, to the point that the Lord angrily put a huge bounty on the life of this Cunning Fox, the origin of the nickname, which stuck. That the primary bounty hunter who took the job, Carolus, ended up becoming Remy's lifelong partner in crime, only after nearly killing him several times, is one of the most popular tales told in taverns today. The story is often exaggerated to make Remy appear initially buffoonish, until Carolus becomes so furious at the Black Fox's inexplicable ability to survive that the cunning Remy gains the upper hand, which impresses Carolus so much that the bounty hunter joins him. After years of terrorizing the Lord's men and foiling his tax collectors, a favorite pastime of Remy, according to the Orlesian commoners, Remy was supposedly betrayed by his lover, Servana de Montfort, in some versions of the tale, a mage of the circle, no less, and captured. After more than a year of torture, Remy was rescued from prison by his compatriots, including a repentant Servana, and together they escaped Orlais. In this period of Remy's adventures, he appears almost everywhere in Paris. As his legend grew, more innkeepers and merchants were happy to claim that the Black Fox had visited their village or establishment and performed some legendary feat. If the tales are to be believed, Remy led the lord's men on a merry chase. He became embroiled in political intrigue in Navarra, was hunted by the crows of Antiva, and then kidnapped by a powerful mage in Tevinter. In each situation, Remy escaped death at the last moment, foiled the evildoer, and improved life for the poor and downtrodden. Then, inevitably, he rejoined his band of adventurers and moved on to the next land. His companions Carolus and Servana, the wise dwarf Bolek, and the tempestuous knight Ser Clementis have each spawned their own individual legends over the years. The stories all agree that at some point the Black Fox disappeared. He and his fellow adventurers voyaged into the heart of the Arleton forest, seeking the sunken city of the elves, and never returned. Many more are the tales that expand on what has ultimately happened to them in that forest, and postulate on how they could someday be rescued. Yes. Armand Christoph. Isn't that Oblivion? I remember that vaguely. Wasn't he ultimately the person who was currently in possession of the Thieves Guild cowl, the leader of the Thieves Guild? Just because of the curse of the cowl, nobody could remember him? The Imperial Chantry. There are those who would tell you that the Chantry is the same everywhere as it is here. That the... Could be. I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I completed the... since I completed the core game of Oblivion. I never did the DLC. There are those who would tell you that the Chantry is the same everywhere as it is here. That the divine and Valroyo reign supreme in the eyes of the Maker, and that this fact is unquestioned throughout Tethys. Do not believe it. The Maker's second commandment, magic must serve men, not rule over him, never held the same meaning within the ancient Tevinter Imperium as it did elsewhere. The Chantry there interpreted the rules as meaning that mages should never control the minds of other men, and that otherwise their magic should benefit the rulers of men as much as possible. When the clerics of Tevinter altered the chant of light to reflect his interpretation of the commandment, the divine in Val Royeaux ordered the clerics to revert to the original chant. They refused, claiming corruption within Val Royeaux, an argument that grew until in 487 Towers, the chantry in Tevinter elected its own legitimate and uncorrupted divine Valhale, who was not only male, but also happened to be one of the most prominent members of the Tevinter Circle of Magi. The Black Divine was reviled outside Tevinter. His existence an offense to the chantry in Val Royeaux. And yes, Shady, more reading. Always more reading. After 4 exalted marches to dislodge these rebels, all that the chantry of Val Royeaux accomplished was to cement the separation. While most aspects of the imperial chantry teachings are the same, prohibitions against magic have been weakened and male priests have become more prevalent. The Circle of Magi today rules Tevinter directly, ever since Archon Normaron was elected in 734 Storms directly from the ranks of the enchanters. To great applause from the public, he dispensed with the old rules forbidding mages from taking part in politics, and within a century the true rulers within the various imperial houses, the mages, took their places openly within the government. The imperial divine is now always drawn from the ranks of the first enchanters and operates as divine and grand enchanter both. This is utter heresy to any member of the chantry outside of Tevinter. A return to those days of the magisters, which brought the blight downs upon us, but it exists, and even though we have left the Tevinter Imperium to the mercies of the dread Kunari, they still have endured. Further confrontation between the Black Divine and our so-called White Divine is inevitable. But how is the Shady today? There's also not a lot of places I can explore here anymore. Ah, there is my 3rd chapter of Kirkwall. The Kunari first thundered into Kirkwall in 756 Storm during last of the new exalted marches. The collected nations of Thedas were attempting to drive the Kunari from the northern mainland once and for all. Kunari armies were on the retreat, but in a desperate gamble their fleet circled around to the Amaranthian coast and landed a great force near the Marcher city of Ostwick. Their plan was to overwhelm the Marcher cities of Starkhaven and Kirkwall. Starkhaven to block the roads leading north, and Kirkwall to block the ships on the Waking Sea coming from Orlais, all in an effort to deny supplies to the Thedas armies assaulting Ravane. The attack on Starkhaven eventually failed, but Kirkwall was attacked in a daring night raid when the Kunari used their leashed Sarabas mages in an unprecedented display of sorcery. The walls were torn down and the city was taken, and for the next 4 years Kirkwall endured the most brutal occupation in its history. Writings from that time are scarce. It was not until after the city was freed that the Kunari deeds came to light. Children taken from families, forced conversions to the Kunari religion, and brutal labor camps. It's ironic that the old slave quarters of Lowtown, still intact after centuries, provided the perfect means for the Kunari to control the city's people. When the famous Olegian chevalier Sir Michel Lafay rode into the city after finally defeating the Kunari defenders, he wrote, "Kirkwall was full of people with empty eyes that have had all independent thoughts driven from them." When Lafay was appointed the city's first Viscount by the Emperor in 760 Storm, he made it his mission to undo the religious conditioning. The Lafay bloodline remained popular enough that when the city finally rebelled against Orlesian rule in 805 Blessed, Viscount remained the enduring title for Kirkwall's rulers despite its origin. And now I remember that it's time to think. Yes, Shady! Have the foods you wish. You deserve to eat.
Egregio Pavali. There are 6 bottles in the cellar. Denarius used to have me pour it for his guests. My appearance intimidated them, he said. which he enjoyed.
Quite a host.
Nothing like a bit of fear with your wine.
That's what Daenerys used to say. It's good I can still take pleasure in the small things.
That can't be easy.
You've had a difficult life.
I'd rather not speak more of it.
Are you certain? I'm willing to listen.
To my whining? Very charitable of you. I've wanted to leave my past behind me, but it won't stay there. Tell me, have you never wanted to return to Ferelden?
I've thought about it.
I grew up in Ferelden. It will always be my home.
The Blight is over. You could rebuild what you lost. Do you truly not want to?
I have a new life.
Even if I wanted to. Kirkwall is my home now.
Having a place where you can put down roots, I understand. Still, to have the option must be gratifying.
How long since you escaped?
You've been on the run a long time then.
3 years now. Daenerys has a way of finding me. Perhaps it is the markings. Whatever the means, it never takes him long to follow. This is the first time I've given him reason to pause. I suppose there are advantages in numbers.
You've been alone?
Haven't you sought help before?
Hirelings when I could steal the coin. Never anyone of substance. Until you. Daenerys will not give up, however. I await his return.
Are you sure?
What if he does give up? What then?
Then I go to him. I will not live with a wolf at my back.
Good plan.
Sounds like the right idea to me.
If it comes to that, I doubt it will.
You're staying in Kirkwall?
Do you intend to keep living here?
I haven't decided. For now, it's as good as any other place. I would return to Saharan if I could, but there is no life for me there.
Saharan?
Is that where you're from?
So I've been told.
You don't remember?
Were you very young when you left then?
Perhaps.
Where's Daenerys now?
You could track your former master down, I assume.
I imagine he has returned to Minrathous, though I dare not go near the city while he is alive. No, it is better to wait for him to leave his fortress, fight from a fortified position. I do not expect your help when that day comes, but I would not turn it aside.
You could make a home here.
Maybe it's just me, but it sounds like you want to stick around.
I could see myself staying, for the right reasons. I should thank you again for helping me against the hunters.
Yes, you should.
Had I known Anso would find me a woman so capable, I might have asked him to look sooner.
How would Rose react to that? That is a good question. Well, she initiated with Anders. He turned her down. So there is nothing steady there yet. could see her saying flatterer as a charismatic response. He didn't turn her down, but as soon as she started, like, as soon as I gave a flirting option, he was immediately like, you don't want to go down this road, I'm only going to hurt you, I'm going to break your heart. And I have been going down this road of, he probably needs more prompting, but I also like him, and she would say flatterer. Just what would Rose do? I'm going to stick to my gut feeling.
You sound like you're about to ask for a loan.
Well, this mansion does require some upkeep. Perhaps I'll practice my flattery for your next visit. With any luck, I'll become better at it.
Okay, that is a good up.
We should move on.
So how is everyone looking? I think my companion quest is done. Yes. How is my connection to everyone right now? How can I see that again? Oh, there we go. So he's close to friend. She's getting closer to friend. He is still well established in rival, where he's going to continue to be a prick. I took the flirt option. Also, I'm going to do a sweep of the town because I am still looking for one of the last conspirators that wanted to take down the Grey Warden, the hero of Ferelden, because I haven't found the last one yet. Nothing here. Well, it's going to depend on how the story is going to go, but I'm going to say that my Hawk, Rose Hawk, the way that I envision her personality and character-wise, the two she would be interested in would be Anders or Fenris. They are both interesting to her for different ways, different reasons, if you will. That's the Chantry. So I've already been in there. I'm just looking around to make sure I've been everywhere. Did I read?
Oh, what am I missing?
I did read that apparently already.
I should move to Val Royal.
Did you hear what Lord Barry said?
It's pointless.
So, how was your day? Ooh, items. Or did I already ask that?
Kirkwall is so...
I might have already asked that. How did I think about it? Anyway, let me look at the map. Let me go up. That's going to be an easier route to travel around.
An adventurer has need of a good tailor.
Okay. I'm glad you're home, Shady. And I hope you get to relax.
Always a pleasure, Hawk.
I hope you get to kick your feet up and enjoy.
Quality armor. The best outside of Baltimore.
Okay. Oh no! Look who I found!
Bodan Feddick, purveyor of goods both common and rare, at your service. And this is my son, Sandal, who is as brilliant an enchanter as you'll ever find. Say hello to the nice human, Sandal. Hello. We shall be accompanying your expedition and providing the needed supplies. It's all quite exciting, isn't it?
Ooh, I'm all a-tremble.
Thought of adventure does make me giddy.
A kindred soul,
Enchantment!
But I digress. Do you wish to peruse my wares, or perhaps make use of Sandal's unique talents? Enchantment? Just so.
Your son is an enchanter.
I thought all enchanters were mages.
Not at all. The fabled dwarven resistance to magic has allowed enchantment of crafts for countless ages. Granted, most dwarven smiths must work for many, many years to learn the skill, but my boy is a natural.
I will say,
Beyond compare.
I'm going...
I like enchantment. He enjoys his work. What more could one ask?
I'm going to be honest. Dragon Age 2 did Bodan dirty. Because he looks old there. Old and worn out. How did you end up here?
You two don't seem the sort to hire onto this sort of expedition.
My son and I have never played it safe. Never kept to the tried and true roads. In fact, we have just returned from adventures while accompanying the hero of Ferelden, legendary Grey Warden and vanquisher of the Blight.
You knew the hero of Ferelden?
So you helped to defeat the Blight?
In our small way, perhaps. We did not fight at the Grey Warden's side, of course. The hero of Ferelden is a fine man. After all his accomplishments, may he find even greater success. but surely my past is hardly of interest to the likes of you.
I wish to buy
See what
something.
you have.
By all means, feel free to peruse my wares whenever you wish.
Surface dwarfs. In Orzammar, dwarven society is divided into rigid castes with houses that compete for power and prestige. But all that is discarded when a dwarf abandons the stone for the surface. Under the open sky, everyone is equal, or so the story goes. The truth is that thousands of years of tradition are not so easily tossed aside. Even though surface dwarves are officially stripped of their caste, many maintain a hierarchy among themselves along the old caste lines. Formerly noble houses are accorded more respect than casteless brands who come up in search of opportunity. The poorest noble dwarf on the surface looks upon the rich, lower caste dwarfs with contempt. Upper-class surface dwarf society is roughly divided into two camps. Kalnas, who insists on maintaining caste and rank, typically those from the noble or merchant caste families, and Descendants, who believe in leaving Ozammar's traditions underground and embracing life in the sunlit world. Maintaining some ties to Orzammar was seen for generations as the only lifeline for surface dwarfs. Bringing surface goods to their kin underground and lyrium and metals to the surface was not only the most lucrative means of making a living, but also a sort of sacred duty, as many surface dwarfs willingly accepted exile and the loss of their caste to better serve their houses or patron. In recent years, many surface dwarfs, particularly ascendants, have branched out. They started banks, mercenary companies, and overland trade caravans. They became investors and speculators of purely surface trade. These new industries have proven tremendous sources of wealth, but are looked down upon by their more conservative kin. The less affluent surface dwarfs associated with a powerful Kalna can open many doors. They can get credit with dwarven merchants and are offered work opportunities by the powerful dwarven merchants guild more readily, sometimes, than more qualified but less connected individuals. And with that reading, let me actually look if there's no other reading to do. Nope. And with that reading, I am going to take a short break. We will be back in 10-15 minutes. I will see you all in a moment. I am back and ready to continue enchantment.
Don't mind him, Sir. Sandal's never been one for conversation.
Good, that's updated. Nope. I'm going to save, because it's been a while. Hi, Teats.
A few weeks in the
How
deep
much
roads
longer
won't be that
before we
bad,
go?
right?
I gave up a job with the dogs for this.
They'll let anyone into Hightown these days.
Oh, bitch, please. Shut the fuck up. Ooh, barrel. Enchanted stuff. Current.
Good job, Hawk.
Nothing here. Don't think I've ever been in this room, apparently. Oof. Okay, nothing in here.
Cora and Catriona are being horrible.
I won't mention this to your mother if you don't.
If they want to waste their time disciplining your useless brat, let them.
Orzamar's new king has opened the city to a lot of traders.
I'll get your
Half
order
the
in a minute.
merchants from Thedas deals there now.
Okay, that's him. Nothing here.
Not going to happen.
Not likely.
Then there's nothing left here for now. The sigh.
Refugees. They're like
I appreciate your help and support.
Okay.
free down here, I guess.
Outsiders think they can change us.
Nothing here.
Rather be free down here, I guess.
For Reldans. I can still smell the dog on them.
Nope, nothing. Actually haven't checked, can I? Oh, I have a specialization point. I think I'm going to go with healer. One moment. Alright. Let's keep looking then, I guess.
Dark spawn is the real dark.
I wouldn't say that if I were you. Darkspawn are a legitimate issue. Let's go to the docks. Okay, for now. I don't know if I've ever actually been here.
You have no business here, Basra.
Okay. That is one end.
Watch out by the Canary compound. They seem very angry.
Okay.
I seek any information on suspected apostates.
Look at all the elves.
Watch out by the Canary compound. They seem very angry.
I mean, from what I've seen, a lot of Gunari just seem perpetually angry. Stan also was perpetually angry. I'm surprised he didn't just speak in grunts.
Just don't ask where anything came from. Feel free to look at my merchandise.
Improves with level up, so I already have that. So I can sell that. Improves with level up. There we go. More money.
If you've the coin.
Hate solid ground. Rather get
Something different to you. I'm not up on my useful to idiot translation.
Save it for your missus, boss. The work is getting done.
Nothing here.
Strong back on you. Can you lift?
You look like...
Yes and no. So piss off. Thanks, but no thanks.
Man, what crawled up his? Wait, what? Wait, Harrowmont?
Let's finish this!
That was beautiful!
Lord Harrowmont, what do we do with the human?
Stand down. She's not our foe.
What was that about?
Assassins. The boat to Ravane is within sight, but the Carter would see me dead before I get there. How would you like to make some coin?
Huh? You're a lord?
I've never seen a dwarven lord.
You still haven't. If you're looking at him in daylight, he's not a lord anymore.
I'm Renville Harrowmont, the last of my house. My family was once revered in Orzammar. Now I'm nothing but a surfacer on the run.
Why is the Carter after
You must have greatly angered the Carter for them to attack you with so many witnesses around.
My family was murdered one by King Balin, after my uncle failed to claim the throne. Balin's reach is long, and his vengeance a terrible thing to behold.
I'll help.
I'll clear the way for you, Harrowmont.
Dispatch these ruffians and I'll pay you what I can now. And by the ancestors, I will reward you proper when I am safe. What is your name?
Hawk.
A good name. I will remember it.
The Carta has several groups lying in wait for us. Take the battle to them.
It's a good side quest.
Harriman spoke to you, didn't he? Whatever reward he offered, we'll offer you more to kill him.
Time to die.
How about I take care of you instead?
Stupid bastard!
Face me!
I don't really know where to go. Oh, this way.
That's enough! Right there!
Now, isn't this efficient? Oh, more of them.
I'll deal with this.
And now I've also done something that goes directly against Dark's choices. Well, to be fair, it doesn't exactly go against his choice. He put Balin on the throne, but he did say that Harriman didn't need to die. That's just Balin being too paranoid, I guess.
You look like...
I wager you've a bright future ahead of you. Take this. More will come, as promised. May the stone look after you.
Thanks, but no thanks.
So, nothing here. I still haven't found that last royal that I need to look for. Maybe around the gallows somewhere.
Kirkwall may not have the best song.
I am glad to stand here day after day.
Maker's blessing on you.
The Enigma of Kirkwall. In the back alleys of Lowtown, you can find extraordinary things. Priceless tomes of knowledge can be bought with a handful of gold. Wait, I've already read this one. Is it this one then? Oh. Ancient adventure lore is hard to come by, but there's history to be had here in Kirkwall. The city once home to the Imperium's slave trade. What answers does Kirkwall hold? Why look here instead of the Periventium or Voldorma? The Imperium does not give up its secrets easily. Even with the Magister centuries dead, our journey is perilous. Here on the docks of the gallows we renew our vows, and should we fail, search for the markings of the Band of Three. So that is probably something I'm also gonna have to look for around Kirkwall now. Fun! I've been here almost everywhere, but can't go through there, so
Maker watch over you.
Nothing here, apparently. So time to move on to the next area.
You owe us, Isabella.
Well, Lucky, I'll tell you what. Since the information you gave me was worth nothing, that's what I'll pay you.
Me and my boys will get our money's worth, bitch.
Oh, you poor sweet thing. Tell me, Lucky, is this worth dying for?
Is that the one who teaches dueling?
I didn't think so.
Oh wow, she does look a lot better.
So, I've been dying to know. What was going through your head when you fought that ogre?
Maker, that's big.
For the first few seconds. What do they feed those things?
I don't know anyone else that's even seen one. You're lucky just to be standing here. Somehow, Hawk, I imagine things won't be dull with you around. Not that I expect the deep roads to be boring, mind you. Constant threat of doom does tend to keep you awake.
Tell me about Bertrand.
Anything in particular I should know about your brother?
To understand Bertrand, you've got to understand the Dwarven Merchants Guild. These are dwarves who would sell their mothers if they thought it'd get them a better share of the lyrium market. Anyone who deals with them has to sleep with a knife under their pillow. In my family, that's Bertrand.
Let's discuss the expedition.
What are your plans for this trip into the deep roads?
Bertrand's running the show. Andraste's ass, he'd probably do that even if we weren't paying for everything. The tide we're looking for is supposed to be a week's travel from the surface, so I hope you aren't scared of the dark. We've got supplies, muscle, excavators. The plan is to carry out everything that's not nailed down.
I want to get to know you.
If we'll be working together, I should find out more about you.
You're in luck. I'm always willing to talk about myself to beautiful women. My family came from Orzammar, noble house Tethras, until my father got caught fixing provings. He and our whole house got exiled. No huge loss. I was born up here. Sunshine suits me just fine.
So, what do you do?
Are you a merchant? A mercenary?
I'm a younger son. It's a difficult and dangerous profession. A lot of us die of boredom. Fortunately, being Bertrand's younger brother keeps me on my toes. Maker knows he lacks subtlety. I'm the one who pulls strings to keep the coterie out of our hair. Keep us just a whisker ahead of the other families.
So, you're looking for
A
excitement.
lot of things can keep you awake, you know. I wouldn't reach for the doom first.
Sure, I could have a cup of tea in the morning, but I hear it's bad for you. I've spent my whole life in Kirkwall. Dangerous enough most days, but it doesn't compare to the deep roads. So, this will be, let's just call it an adventure, I guess.
Great. Now we're adventurous.
I will say, Varric loves this snarky attitude, and I think he's a good friend to have. I like Varric.
I like this bar. Everybody here knows your name.
Well, let's go talk to... what's her name? Isabella.
You're new around here, aren't you? Welcome, and keep your wits about you. You're nothing but tits and arse to the men in this place, and they won't hesitate to grab at both.
Oh, how do you know?
Speaking from experience, are we?
After a few broken fingers here and there, they got the idea. I'm Isabella. Previously Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. You're Ferelden, aren't you? You have that look about you. I was in Denerim not too long ago. You know, you might be just what I'm looking for to solve a little problem I have.
Oh, you too.
Can't anyone fix their own lives around here?
Must be something in the water. Someone from my past has been pestering me. I've arranged for a duel. If I win, he leaves me alone. But I don't trust him to play fair. I need someone to watch my back.
Why me?
What makes you think I'm right for this?
You saw me talking to Lucky, didn't you? Those boys couldn't manage simple information gathering. I can't trust the riffraff in this place to do anything right. But you're different.
Someone from your past?
Who's this person you've arranged to meet?
His name is Hader. We worked together back in Antiva. He's never liked me. He's been asking about me all around Kirkwall. Thought I'd get it over with and meet him face to face.
What did you ask of Lucky?
You wanted information from Lucky. What was it?
I asked Lucky and his boys to track down something I lost. They failed to do it. It's nothing to worry about, and this is much more important.
Okay, so a duel.
Why a duel?
I like duels. It's what I do. And if I win, he'll be dead. Problem solved.
Sure.
I think I could manage watching your back.
I'll bet. I've arranged to meet Hader in Hightown after dark. I'll meet you there.
So, I noticed some...
So, if she isn't... well, I'm not going to say anything yet, because... If she is someone I think she is, and she might very well be, then I have a character. Let's just find out first. Oh wait, I still need to look around.
Speed, Griffin. Good one.
Is she going to be... Let me ask you, Shady. Is she one of the allies in this game?
Yes. Why? What makes a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon. I bet you could.
Or is she just another important character? Yeah, a companion. Well then, I actually have a character that I know would probably date her. Is or not? I went the wrong way somehow. Okay, but there's apparently nothing behind that door. I guess. Seems like it. But yeah, if I was playing Altena, then chances are Altena would be romancing Been pretty much everywhere so far. Okay. Is there a specific reason after Act 2? Oh, okay. I will tell you once it rolls around, but the likely answer is booze and violence.
Greetings.
The priest was asking after you again last week.
Nothing here. But I guess we'll see once that situation rolls around. For the moment, I'm just looking for something, to tell you the truth. Leave area. I have one more mission to finish, but I don't know where those last ones are. The conspirators. I've killed 3 of them. I'm missing one. I'm trying to look for them.
Quality armor. The best outside of Oxford.
Have you anything to spare?
I think I've gone everywhere, so it's probably not here. Yeah. I might have to look around the town at night. Which I am about to do. Well, let's go here first. Yeah, I'm gonna try after this. I'm first gonna do that duel.
There you are. I've been here for hours. Ada hasn't shown up. No one has. I don't like this.
I don't like this. That's right up there with what could possibly go wrong.
That's the wench we're looking for. Gut her.
I mean, is that all you brought? Like... We're gonna need a lot more.
leader sent them. Search the bodies. Hiding in the chantry and sending thugs to finish me off. Coward.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Nice one, dude. Nice one. Is this the second time I'm gonna go inside the chantry to fight? I'm gonna get a bad reputation at this rate. And both of them have been companion missions.
Isabella, should have known you'd find me here.
Tell your men to burn the letters next time.
Castillon was heartbroken when he heard about the shipwreck. You should have let him know you survived.
It must have slipped my mind.
Where's the relic?
I lost it. Castillon's just going to have to do without.
Lost it? Just like you lost a ship full of valuable cargo?
They weren't cargo, Hader. They were people.
Those slaves were worth 100 sovereigns a head, and you let them scurry off into the wilds. And now the relic's gone too. Castillon won't be happy to hear that. I promise you.
What are you talking
Will
about?
someone explain what's going on?
Isabella's been a very bad girl. Ruined a perfect business deal, and then ran away. She didn't tell you?
I told her enough. I said I arranged for a duel, which I did. I also said you wouldn't play fair, which you didn't. We can talk later if you want. Right now, we have other problems.
Castillon needs to check.
Castillon isn't a very happy person, is he? Maybe he needs a new hobby.
There's only one way to settle this.
I love that snarky attitude. Chain lightning! No. I really need to get I need to get my hands on revive. Well, he's gonna go down. Maybe she figured Hayden would block it?
Stab first, ask questions later. Trust me, it's better this way.
Castillon won't hear about me from Hader, but he'll find me eventually. I just have to get him the relic. Simple as that.
Why the relic?
What's so interesting about the relic?
I don't really know what it is, except that it's ancient and worth my weight in gold. Castillon has me chasing it down as payback for freeing his slaves. To be honest, I think he just wants me dead, but that would be letting me off easy.
Lucky tried to find the relic?
You hired Lucky to track down information on the relic.
That's right. He insisted he knew everything that was going on in Kirkwall. He lied. I bet he doesn't even know everything going on in his pants.
That's probably a very fair point. Haters gotta hate. Nice one, Shady. You were shipwrecked?
Did you end up in Kirkwall because your ship was destroyed?
There was a storm. The ship ran aground on the reefs near the city. I managed to make it to shore. Most of my men weren't as lucky. Poor sods. I knew some of those men almost 10 years. Oh, balls.
Castillon?
Who is Castillon?
He's a powerful merchant based in Antiva. I believe he has ties to the Felicissima Armada. I used to work for him. The jobs mostly involved smuggling lyrium, jewels, or the occasional criminal acquaintance. He paid well.
Okay, Hader mentioned human cargo.
What's this about you freeing slaves?
I was asked to escort Castillon's cargo ship. I got a bad feeling about the job partway through. Boarded the ship to find slaves. Nearly 200. Elves, humans, children even. It was sickening. They paid Castillon to take them away from the Blight. He took their money and sold them into slavery.
Even I know that's wrong. Didn't expect that, did you, Guardsman?
I can help you.
If getting the relic gets Castillon off your back, then I'll help you retrieve it.
I still don't know where it is, but you'll be the first to know if I hear anything. Anyway, thanks for helping me out with Hader.
I think I'll tag along for a while. There might be something I could do for you. And I have a room at the Hanged Man if you're looking for company later.
We have quite a group, don't we? Oh, trust me, there is nothing going to remain standing about that offer. Isabella. I'm Isabella. I am Isabella. Previously, Captain Isabella. Sadly, without my ship, the title rings a bit hollow. Isabella is vague about her days as a sea captain, though it's obvious she was involved with piracy and smuggling. Shortly after the Blight ended, Isabella's ship was caught in a storm near the wounded coast. The vessel was destroyed, and Isabella feels lucky to have escaped with her life. Now she's stranded in the free marshes, spending most of her time in the Hanged Man Tavern. Isabella also reveals that she was born in Ravane, but spent many years in Antiva. When asked about those years, she changes the subject. Fair. Now let's go look for those miscreants. Not here, apparently. Maybe in the southern part of this map. Nope, not here either.
Hey there, lovely.
Nope. I don't think it's in Lowtown. Might be in Darktown though. Let me go check there. Why does it look like it's daytime here? Did I come here during the day? The times switch? Let me double check. No, it's still night.
Going to have to do some shopping upstairs pretty soon.
Freedom.
Let me go to the hangman first.
And that's a fact, is it?
Who is this?
The Ferelden, eh? The Fenrir said you might help me. Some raider captains are having secret meetings at night in Lowtown. The job's simple. Break up the meeting and kill every one of the bastards.
Anything else?
That's not much to go on.
It's enough to do the job.
I'll take care of them.
Just tell me where they are.
All the details are in this letter. If you manage to eavesdrop on the meeting before you kill them, there'll be extra in it for you. I'll be here.
If you squint any harder, your eyes are going to pop out the back of your head. Nora.
Heard about that Deep Roads expedition. They say anyone who goes down there is going to be rich. You don't think you'll need a drink served down there, do you?
Maker. I think he's ignoring me now.
Hey! Is my coin not good enough for you? Oh, Hawk. Thanks for helping me with that little problem I had. You going to buy me a drink to celebrate our victory?
You drink the swill here.
It's an acquired taste.
Oh, before I forget, are you still looking for work? Because I have a friend who needs some help.
A friend?
Is this a friend or a friend?
I never let him steer my ship, if that's what you're asking. From what I hear, he doesn't have good control of his rudder. His name's Martin. He has a room right here in the Hanged Man. Tell him I sent you. Now, you going to leave me to my drinking or what?
Wolf. Finders keepers? Okay.
Have you ever been out in the open ocean in a storm? It's the best feeling in the world.
Well, there's a lot of missions in this game. Not that I'm complaining, leaves me enough to do.
So you found me. Going to finish Martin off properly this time, are ya? Where's my property, eh? How's it feel making a profit off someone else's hard work?
Good.
Not speaking from personal experience, but I'm sure it feels great not to have to work to earn your keep.
You bastards. Well, I'm not going down without a fight.
Hey, whoa! I'm not who you think I am, and I'm certainly not here to kill you.
You're not trying to kill me? Huh. Makes sense. If you were, you wouldn't be talking. This could turn out well for both of us. If you're not here to end me, maybe you could help me instead. I need someone to help me find out where the raiders have hidden my stolen cargo. This job's as easy as a peg-legged tavern wench. And there's good coin in it to boot.
How did you lose the cargo?
What did the raiders do to you?
They closed in on my ship and forced her into the cliffs. My crew and I barely made it out alive. They must have salvaged the cargo when it washed ashore.
Mentioned raiders?
Are the raiders a big problem around here?
There are always raiders on the seas, just like there are always bandits on the roads. But they've been much more active of late, like vultures, taking advantage of the blight.
Were you a raider?
You have a history with the raiders, don't you?
Yes, I was a raider. Back then it was just smuggling and petty thievery. It's changed since that madman Ianto took power around here. Extortion, murder, kidnapping, he does it all. It's just not to my taste. I tried to get out, but he didn't like that. This scar on my neck, he gave it to me.
Excuse me a moment.
I'll take care of it.
You'll need to look around the docks. The crates bear the seal of the Orlesian Port Authority, so you'll know it. I've had you.
Well, this is where I'm going to call it up for today. Sorry to say, I will not be able to look at clips. One of my fellow survivors needs some help, and I am sadly going to have to call the stream short for a minor emergency. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders. It's a dangerous world out there. So be sure to stay safe and take care of yourself. And I wish you all a pleasant evening.